Good evening. Wow. Thank you so much, Mrs. Foreman. What an absolutely incredible honor this is. I would like to start by telling all of you a little bit about Mrs. Foreman. She is a remarkable person. She was a teacher for over 35 years, and even though she doesn't teach students in class anymore, she still teaches and inspires people every single day. I haven't known Mrs. Foreman for very long, but in the short time that I have known her, she has taught me so much. She has dedicated her life to teaching and helping others, and she has brought joy to so many people. She's the kind of person who makes you want to be a better person. Mrs. Foreman has created an amazing family, and I am honored and humbled that she has invited me to be part of that. Mrs. Foreman, thank you for everything. Thank you for inviting me into your family. There you are. And thank you to all of my new brothers and sisters who have already made me feel so welcome. Congratulations, all of you. What an exciting time this is. Seriously, stop and think about it for a second. We are here this evening and this weekend to celebrate with friends and family. As Albert Einstein said, rejoice with your family in the beautiful land of life. Please take time to enjoy this experience. You've all worked hard and deserve to enjoy this moment. I'm happy that we are here to celebrate together as a family. And I hope that all of you have a wonderful time this evening and this weekend celebrating life with your friends and family. Family can mean a lot of things. It can be the family you were born into, your relatives. It can be the family you chose, your friends, significant others, co-workers, and in my case, 3 adorable cats. It can also be the family who chose you, the people who were nice enough to welcome you into their lives. The people or pets in your family have seen you at your worst and help you to be your best. For the last 3 years, all of you have been my family. We are a family, and Stetson is our home. Think about your first day at Stetson. How did you feel? Probably a lot like you feel right now. Nervous, excited, sad, and happy all at once. It's an interesting feeling, isn't it? On my first day of law school, I stepped into classroom A for Professor Podgore's class. Professor Podgore teaches criminal law to first-year students, but she also does much more than that. I fondly refer to Professor Podgore as my life coach because she immediately took me and others under her wing and guided us through law school. I know that she has helped many of you over the years. Professor Podgore, thank you for your guidance. Where are you hiding? There we are. During my first year, I also met Professor Gardner, who taught me research and writing too and was nice enough to let me be his research assistant for 2 years. He taught many of us, and we are fortunate that we have been able to learn from someone who is so brilliant, funny, and nice. Thank you, Professor Gardner, for all of the opportunities that you have given me and countless other students. During my second semester at my new home, I was lucky enough to have Professor Jacob for constitutional law. As I'm sure all of you know, Professor Jacob is one of the kindest, smartest, most inspiring people I have ever met. One of my best friends, Lindsay Hauser, and I always like to say that everything we need to know about life and the law we learned from Professor Jacob. And it's true. Professor Jacob, thank you for teaching us and for being an inspiration to us all. Another important member of our family is Professor Bowman. She was my coach for all of my moot court competitions. And along with Professor Fitzgerald, Larry Mikolas, and Professor Flowers, she taught me and other students how to be professional, effective advocates. Professor Bowman is a thoughtful, talented, incredibly hardworking person. I'm amazed by the number of projects that she helps with and oversees. Perhaps most importantly, though, she is always there to encourage us and remind us to just keep swimming. Professor Bowman, thank you for always being there for us. I'd also like to thank Professor Long. Although I never officially took a class from Professor Long, he has taught me a great deal over the past couple years. His spirit is uplifting. Every time you talk to him, you leave feeling like you really can make a difference. He truly believes in all of us. Professor Long, thank you for being a positive part of the Stetson family. I could say something nice about every single member of the faculty and staff here at Stetson, but unfortunately I don't have enough time. But please know that you have had a positive influence on our lives, and that you are all part of what makes this Stetson family so magical. Friends are also a magical, fundamental part of our families. Muhammad Ali said, "Friendship is the hardest thing in the world to explain." It's not something you learn in school. But if you haven't learned the meaning of friendship, you really haven't learned anything. Thank you all for teaching me the meaning of friendship. We have shared many happy moments. We did this together. Please take time to think about all of your friends and the incalculable amounts of joy that they have brought to you over the years. I am grateful for all of you, and I am proud that you are part of my family. Also, please take a moment to be thankful for your relatives who came from all over to support you this weekend. They're here because they love you and are proud of the amazing things that you have accomplished. I would like to thank all of my relatives. I'm happy that you're here to celebrate with me. Now, take time to think about the people who made it possible for you to become part of the Stetson family. We didn't get here on our own. Rather, we got here because of the people who helped us along the way. I would like to thank my uncle and cousin, Tim and Jess Boyer. If it weren't for them, I would not have made it to Stetson. They opened their home to me when I first moved to Florida, and without them, none of this would have been possible. I would also like to thank Dan Nelson, who couldn't be here tonight. But he stood by me, supported me, and encouraged me throughout my entire time at Stetson. He makes me feel like I can do anything. Thank you for taking this journey with me, Dan. This whole law school experience really has been a journey. And no matter where you end up or what you end up doing, the last few years have been an important part of your journey through life. Think about all of the things that you have learned and everything that you have done. We survived classes, assignments, exams, papers, projects, competitions, and much more. But most importantly, we learned. Learning is such a beautiful thing. I hope all of you never stop trying to learn new things, and that you always remember what you have already learned. At Stetson, we learned information and skills that will not only help us to become successful lawyers, but successful human beings who help others. Our time here really has helped shape us into who we are. Our families also help make us who we are. Families teach us about the importance of many things, including loyalty, kindness, compassion, love, generosity, and happiness. Whenever you feel discouraged or alone, know that your family will always be there for you, whether it's the family you were born into, the family you chose, or the family who chose you. Please remember what they have taught you, and live your life to pay it forward and make a positive impact on the world. That is what I hope to do, and I know that I could never do that without all of you, my family. I hope that each of you knows just how special you are, and that you always stay true to everything inside of you that makes you so special, that makes you, you. Please live life to the fullest each and every moment. And always remember that your family, all of us, will be there for you. A. Milne, author of Winnie the Pooh, said, "How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard." I'm lucky to have all of you as part of my family. And I don't think I can say goodbye to you because that would be too hard. So as I recently told one of my family members, I'm not going to say goodbye. Instead, I'm just going to say thank you. Thank you for being my family.